Hello class, this is Professor Robledo and I'll be your instructor for the next 8 weeks for English 1A. I'd like to welcome you all. I thought I would go ahead and show you some of the pages that will be very important for you to look through in the next 8 weeks, including this first page here where it has the welcoming announcements. This page has a couple of important things on there, including the dates that we'll be meeting from August 26th through October 18th. There's some info there about some of the things we'll be covering. There's more in the syllabus as well, and we'll touch on that in just a few minutes. It also has my contact information. You can use my email there. You can also use a Canvas inbox, which is located here as well, and you can send me messages through that. If you happen to be on campus at Pasadena City College, you can stop by our English Division office in C245 and leave either a note or a document for me there. Those are the best ways to contact me. Later on, I'll go over one more way also as well. In case you wanted to look up some information on Pasadena City College itself, there's the website there. That's the general one for Pasadena City College, and for the English Division is the one right below there. So a couple of things that you can see. Aside from that, also on the page itself here, well, let's go over to the announcements, because that's where some of the things I'll be putting up every week will be important. I do put announcements up usually every Saturday, as our week goes from Sunday through the following Saturday night. And so normally either Friday or Saturday I'll put some kind of important announcement coming up, normally about assignments or quizzes to not forget, or there's something else that's coming up that I think is important. I'll make an announcement, so make sure when you get a chance, you do check every week to see if I'm putting up an announcement for you that's important. Next to that as well, we have the modules button. The link goes to this main page here, which is pretty much an outline of all the things we'll be doing. And again, the syllabus contains a lot of the important information relating to that. But just so you can see some of the pages on there, the welcome letter, the same one that I sent out a couple weeks ago through email, describing a little bit more of the course, the textbooks, some of the objectives of the course. If you are having some trouble with the either logging in or with Canvas itself, there's a couple of links here that you can click on that'll take you to those pages of getting help one way or the other. Normally there's some kind of tech support there, and that will respond to you pretty quickly. If you can't get a hold of them, you can always contact me, and I could try to point you out in a different direction as well. There's a getting started section here, including what the first assignments will be, including the discussion, so make sure you do take a look at that when you get a chance, and you do submit your work by Wednesday coming up on the 28th. And again, my contact info is there. And that's also all here on the same welcome letter that I sent out earlier. Back to the modules page though, you will see a couple other pages that are important. Course policies. The course policies includes quite a few things, including dropping the course by a certain date, if you have to, the attendance, how do you qualify for it, of course plagiarism, academic honesty, very important as well. When you get a chance, you can read through that in a little more detail. About my late work, what is available to turn in, and what can't be after the due date passes. My policy normally is that late work is not accepted unless there's some kind of very important extenuating circumstance that you contact me ahead of time, and then we can try to work something out. Some policies on etiquette also that are very important. In case you don't want to keep going back to the modules page, you can also use these links down here at the bottom to go forward or backward. And just as an example, there you see the syllabus. And again, the syllabus has a lot of important information that you definitely want to go through when you get a chance before the class begins. It does have things like their SLOs or objectives, things we're going to be covering. All of them very important, including things about writing essays, using MLA style, types of writing we'll be covering. The textbooks are also here as well as the the welcome letter. You'll see here the 3 textbooks that we're going to be using, including Rules for Writers, The Writer's Presence, and Into Thin Air. Later on, you'll see the course requirements on the grade-wise percentages, including that the essays are going to be worth 80% of the grade. You can look through those, and you can look forward to those type of essays coming up. Make sure that when you do submit the essays, it is through Canvas itself, through the assignment portal, and not just trying to email it to me, because those will not count. Even if it's on time, unfortunately, you'll not get points for it. Down below that, you see a couple more things, including the overall grading policy. Again, another section on the academic integrity, as that is very important concerning plagiarism, and some notes that you can look through when you get a chance as well. And then finally, one more thing I'll go through one more of these links here. The reading schedule. you'll definitely want to keep an eye on this throughout the weeks. I broke down the sections and the articles you'll want to read from our 2 textbooks. The writer's presence is with code name TWP, so whenever you see TWP, that's the writer's presence, and RFW is rules for writers. So you see the page numbers in the books there. So the first week, there's just looking through the documents and using that for the quiz that's going to be coming up soon. And then starting week 2, you'll start seeing the articles from our books there that we'll be using. As I said, all of them are very important. I'll be using them for both discussions and quizzes, and sometimes some of the assignments as well, and the essays. So you definitely want to keep an eye on those and stay ahead of them. Normally I would recommend reading them ahead of the week coming up. So for example, for week 2, you'll want to read this one sometime during week 1. So by the time week 2 comes up, you're already prepared to do the assignments and not fall behind. I would recommend that for all the weeks there. Just going one last time back to the modules. One little thing you can do in case you go through them all and you're already familiar with them, you can always go back and click on that little page there or that little link there, and it'll close it up. And you can always open it back up whenever you want to. The orientation page is right below it. That's going to be our first module using academic articles. And if you click on the first one there, you'll see the first page for the module is always a little overview. It gives you a little bit of a sort of a summary of what to expect and what to look forward to for the week. It tells you a couple of important things there. And below that, you'll see some of the assignments. Here we see a welcoming page again, the one I just showed you. You'll see a quiz, an icebreaker activity, that's a discussion. Both of them are important, so you do want to take a look at them when you get a chance. It has instructions on how to go ahead and submit your work. It does tell you the deadlines for them. And for the discussions, the rubrics are up here. These are a little different. And you can see the rubric up there. When you get a chance, you can look at it in more detail as well. Back here to the module one more time. You'll see an assignment that's going to be due soon in section 1. A quiz. And for the quiz, it'll be covering things that are related to the syllabus and the course policies and the welcome letter. So after you've read all those, you can come back and look at those. On the left here, you still can see some more things that are still important as well. You'll see the announcements page, the modules section there. Assignments, it'll give you a breakdown of all the assignments that are going to be due soon. It can tell you by the due dates. It can also tell you by the chronological order, which are the due dates. Later on, you can arrange by other ways as well. You see links for discussions as well, and it'll give you all the ones that are going to be due soon. And then the other one that's going to be important for you to look at every so often will be the grades. Once you start submitting work, the grades will be posted there, and you can start seeing how to go about looking at your grades as well. Aside from that, again, the section on the far left has important things you can take a look at, including the inbox, so you can send me a note there, a message if you have a question. If it's something that doesn't require too much explanation, the inbox or an email will be fine. If not, you can let me know when you would like to try to have a conversation, and maybe we can do a Skype virtual online office hours. You have a couple other things as well for your dashboard. You can go ahead and go there, and you can, well, for me, since I have it on the student view, I have to reset it. But you have your access to the courses that you're taking there, and the courses there as well. I'll go back one last time there, and then when you can explore a little more through the pages on the left there. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me, contact me to let me know what the questions they are, and I'll transfer them as soon as I can. I normally try to get back to everybody as quickly as possible, within 24 hours usually, if not by between 48 hours. I look forward to getting to know all of you. Thank you very much.